Well, 15 minutes into the hour, welcome to BizAfrica. Zimbabwe is losing over $50 million worth of gold every month to smuggling activities. That's according to the country's Minerals Marketing Corporation. The corporation's director, Tendai Munyoro, is quoted in local media blaming the problem on the lack of a regulator, exposing the industry to unscrupulous operators who finance the purchase of gold illegally and have it smuggled out of the country. Before the inception of the multi-currency regime in 2009, Fidelity printers acted as a regulator and would buy the precious metal from registered gold producers and a government support price facility. The corporation has since been incapacitated by lack of government funding. Egypt has produced its very first tablet computer, ENAR, and part of a national project to distribute the device to students in schools and universities around the country. The Ministry of Military Production, in collaboration with the Ministry of Communications, presented the scheme last year by electronics company Catron, which plans to roll out 10,000 units this year. CCTV's Maria Galang with the story.
Egypt plans to have the computer replace books and notebooks in educational institutions as the country develops and modernizes its education system.
After the revolution, there was an urgent need to develop the education system in Egypt. Being an effective entity, the Ministry for Military Production partnered up with the Ministry of Communication to find something that would be given to students instead of carrying books in school bags. Therefore, we created this tablet that you see in its different stages of development.
Weighing 750 grams, ENAR comes equipped with a USB port. It is 3G and Wi-Fi enabled and has a 9.7-inch screen, 2 computers and an Android 4.0 operating system. It has a built-in memory of 8 gigabytes and also storage capacity of up to 32 gigabytes. The battery can last up to 5 hours while on standby. Its battery life is around 16 hours.
We're just trying to do something positive for the sake of our country and for the sake of the country's current situation, and God willing, I hope we shall be successful.
Catron currently produces 300 units of the tablet computer per day and has already distributed the device to a number of university students. The company plans on developing their machinery to increase their daily output and meet rising demand. The company will be expected to cover not only Egypt's education system, one of the largest education systems in the Middle East and Africa, according to a British Council study, but also neighboring Gulf countries have requested Catron to produce tablet computers for their students.
With regards to external demand, we have in fact been asked by Saudi Arabia, Qatar and Kuwait to deliver orders of the tablet. All of our neighboring countries are in contact with us to make our Egyptian tablet available to them.
The tablet sells for 1,555 Egyptian pounds, about $220 but it is sold to the Ministry of Education at a subsidized price in order to encourage the education project. Established in 1964, Catron has been producing personal and manufacturing computers for decades. Its products include microwave equipment, televisions and audio recorders. Maria Galang, CCTV.
Now, when it comes to gold deposits, eastern Uganda's Busia district is in abundance in the mineral. However, its residents, most of them who work in the mines for a living, are anything but rich. Underage school children have been lured into the trade against the country's laws that forbid child labor, all in a bid to contribute to the family's income. Here's CCTV's Alan Cheror with the story of artisanal gold mining in Uganda.
With a basin and a shovel, Ivan wades into the stream and starts digging. These rudimentary tools are his family's lifeline. He's engaging in the risky business of artisan gold mining to be able to afford basic provisions for both himself and his family. Working for more than 8 hours a day, it is a tiresome occupation, especially for an 11-year-old. But the outcome of earning up to $4 a day is far too satisfying for a boy's age. Ivan lives in Uganda's eastern district of Busia, where over 62% of the population lives on less than $1 a day.
It is hard when you are getting dirty gold. You first get the basin, you start working very hard. After that, you get gold. And other times you cannot get. After giving us money, we use for buying clothes That times we use for just eating, buying shoes.
The World Bank regards this village in eastern Uganda as the biggest gold mine deposit in eastern Central Africa. But there is nothing to show that Busia holds 52 square miles of gold. 16 kilometers west of the Kenyan border, it is a mere shadow of the immeasurable mineral wealth it holds. The people here wallow in abject poverty, hence forcing parents to let their children drop out of school in favor of the more lucrative mining.
You know, there when they go there, some can even get some money and they went to town, something like that, doesn't want to go to school. Maybe when he has some 20,000 per day, so he doesn't mind about school.
Parents, however, blame the high dropout rate on schools charging high tuition fees, despite the fact that the Ugandan government offers free education programs. As a measure against the practice, Busia district authorities have implemented a fine of 50,000 Uganda shillings, about $20 for parents whose children are found working in the mines. Uganda's gold industry has seen radical increase in gold production. In 2005, gold made up to 9% of the country's exports according to Revenue Watch. In 2006, gold brought in $122 million. Gold appears to be widely distributed throughout Uganda, but it has been exploited by artisan miners in a few areas. When these miners strike gold, they can earn up to $100 a day, a pretty sum in a country where majority of the population lives under $1 a day. Alan Choro, CCTV, Busia, Eastern Uganda.
All right, let's take a look at early numbers we are receiving from some of the major bosses we're following here in Africa, starting, of course, with Nigeria All-Share Index. It's a mixed bag, really. We're seeing today Nigeria All-Share Index in the green, 0.10% up, trading at 37,386.36 points. Going to Africa's largest economy, the JSE All-Share Index down by 0.02%, trading at 41,425.39. The Nairobi Securities Exchange also down by 0.26%, trading at 4,953.03. And finally, the EGX up by about a percentage point, trading at 5,372.87 per 2 points. We'll have plenty more for you at 1700 GMT.